Hi everyone, I'm back. It is September 28th, 2024. My disclaimer here is that I'm not claiming that anything I say is fact and that this is for entertainment purposes only. And with that said, may you find some fact and some entertainment as well. With that, I really felt really good about doing the missing videos, bringing message from the missing. So I'm going to go ahead and open up to someone missing whom wishes for their family to find them. So with that, here we go. Okay, somebody just jumped in. Border, Colorado. You're missing from where? Michigan. I'm 20. How old? Okay, so I gotta do numbers on my hands and feet. So go ahead. Andrea, one hand. You're 5. I am 5 and not missing. I know where I was. Go ahead. He says, Andrea, I was a stranger where I lived. I wasn't with my mom. I was with the lady. That they said was my foster mom. I couldn't tell her. I couldn't tell her why I was up late and seeing her into her room from down the hall. I was seen from her eye and for my spying on her. I was punished. Go ahead. The lady said for me to go back to my bed. And in my room, where my bed was, is where she told me to go. I said I was only up to go potty in the bathroom. And it wasn't to look at her in her room. But when I saw her, I guess it was like a gaze. I hadn't expected for her door to be open or for me to see her. She had been kneeling aside her bed. Looked like She might have been praying. But I didn't look long for her looking up and seeing me. I wished I wasn't there. When I was placed with her. She wasn't my mom. Even though they said she was my foster mom, she wasn't my mom. She wasn't nice, like when they brought me to meet her, like when we left together to go to her house. She wasn't nice after that. I cried sometimes for her to take me to my mom. And she always told me, no, your mom's not getting you back. Your mom's not good enough to be a parent. I finally stopped asking for her to help me to get to my mom. Because how she would answer hurt my feelings. He says, I didn't like what she would say because my mom wasn't what she said. And I knew from the ladies that it would be the child care workers that my mom would be seeing me if I'm just patient long enough. She could have a visit. I tried to be brave, and I had done pretty well so far. My lady mom, he's talking about, your real mother? No, the mean lady mom that I had to stay with. She sent me quickly to my room, but when I got in my bed and covered my eyes with the blankets, I remember wanting no part to see her in that night, again that night. He said, I got in trouble for doing something I didn't care to do. I never wanted to see her. She was always mean. She was nasty to me. This is gonna break my heart, I know it. Go ahead, babe. I felt like a kid always in trouble. I felt like a kid she always wanted to punish for my not being good, well behaved. She always told me I was bad and that I was not well behaved. She said if I was her real child, real son, she would take the belt to me and knock the bad kid out of me. I knew she couldn't belt me because she told me so. For they're seeing if I had marks on me or not. Because the care worker, she would see me. Not long. And then it was a long it's like once a month, I think, right? I saw her once for 1 week. She came on the second and third day, and then more after, like 2 days in a row. In the first 7 days. He's saying in the first 2 weeks. Well, I guess that would be why you're acclimating. She saw my real mom. When she came to see me, my mom was already saw. She told me that my mom is trying really hard, and for me to just hold on, mind the lady mom, he says. He rolls his eyes. The lady mom. Until I could be back with my mom again. But she never let my eyes open. With her smashing the pillow, a pillow on over my face, over the covers that were over my face. I was taken of my life for me not getting to see my mom one more time. Wow. Go ahead, sweetie. She wasn't liking the odor. Go ahead. The odor of my body smell. And she kept rolling my body in more blankets for her not smelling of it. Wow. So she kept you. She laid her covers over me, over my body, until she would wait for the trash bin's day to be emptied. Okay, until trash day. Yes, it was for the whole week. That she held my body in my room, in my bed, wrapped over and over again until she needed more blankets, until she needed of me to go, until she needed of me to be put in the barrel, she said. The barrel is a sweeping thing. It was a tunnel. We dropped trash bags, white bags, down it when we wanted to take the trash out. So it was I don't know what those are called. I don't think he does either. It was a trash chute, garbage chute. I wanted my blankets to come off for the people at the garbage dump to see me, that I was there. I kept yelling for her to go away and leave my body alone. because she could not hear me, but I could hear me. And I had wanted to say that to her a lot. He thought about saying that to her a lot when he was at her house in his room. I hated to go to bed. And she kept me there on purpose, for her knowing that I hated it there on the bed at her house, period, or at all. I never wanted to go there, and I never ever wanted to stay there. She threw me away. In the night before the garbage came out, with the forklifts or something, the lifts of the. Go ahead. I was given to the dumpster on the back of the truck from the one that I landed in, and it was for my covering of more garbage. That I couldn't be seen. Not even when the big truck dumped the big pile that I was in. Did no one see me? And he had casted no eyebrows to be raised for my. He's saying melding, but for his blending in, for my being small. And my body being wrapped. It lended to nobody that I was there. She was a liar to my mom's worker lady. He's saying to my mom's social worker, because my mom's social worker set a time for her to bring me to meet her. I was going to see my mom. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. He said it was not that day before the night of the trash that I was going to see my mom. And he's showing me the Wednesday. He's saying, no, it was Wednesday that she said she could bring me to her to see my mom. Okay, so go ahead. On the day before Wednesday, it was in the night, She canceled. She lied, saying that she wouldn't be able to bring me because she had an appointment that she forgot about, that she couldn't miss. The next time she called with a reappointment for me and my mom was the day my body was taken by the garbage truck. For her lying and not saving me. She pretended. She sent me out the hall with a garbage bag for my dumping it down the trash chute. But she never did that. I was never allowed to go out in the hall with her or by myself. I could watch her from the door, go to where she put the trash in. It's the same place she put me. For her covering up, for her lying, she stopped being afraid that they would come and find me. My room smelled only a little bit. And she fixed that when she opened the window, a crack, and turning the mattress over on my bed. I couldn't feel the wind. For me, she never opened the window. I was mad at her for that. Because I was big enough I wouldn't fall out the window. But I sure would have liked the air to breathe before I died. He says before she smothered me. I kept calling to my mom. Mom, don't you see me? Don't you see me? Mom, I'm here. I'm here. I didn't understand why she wouldn't know that I was there. In my days above where I am now, I know why now. She can't see me because she isn't seeing me. He's saying with the senses. Her eyes are blinding her of seeing me. And he says, and I know she will one day. He says someday. And he's cute. He's confident because that's how much he loves his mom. I was given to my name on the computer at the child office's screen. What? Go ahead. I need to write that because the word by my name they put was got adopted. Really? It said that I was up for reunification at first. And then they changed that. So to seeking adoption. To seeking adoption, or he said I was found and adopted. Then they wiped me off the daily. They wiped him off the roster. Wow. That was. Is there anything more that you'd like to bring? I'm sorry, honey. He said I was black. I had my kids. I had my Kings logo on my shirt. I wasn't really wild about any of my clothes except my King shirt. And I wore it in the beginning as much as she allowed me to. But then, when she said I was dirty, she took my shirt from the pile and she showed me her throwing it in the garbage. She said it was too dirty to ever get clean. I hated her for that. He's saying, but my worker knows my... Are you saying Sacramento Kings? They were the Kings from Sacramento. But it landed in a small garbage. Like I landed in a big one. And never to be seen again. Not by me. I am brown, he's saying. My skin, I'm brown. black. He's saying that's what people say, black, but his skin was brown, black. He was black, but he's right. I just didn't want no one but my mom. It was good that she made it to where she could see me. And I love my mom. My mom cries for her not knowing why she could never say goodbye. She was told to give up trying for me. When 2 weeks, honey? This says Andrea, one finger. 1 week. As time went by, when they couldn't find me, they lied. They made it up. It made me cry, watching my mom cry. Of course, there was nothing she could do for her not knowing who was going to be my new parents, my new family. Wow. In my window, I could see the sky while laying on my bed. But when I would get up off my bed and go over to the window, my eyes could see what was under the sky. I saw I'm hearing you say triple beam, but I'm sorry. Go ahead. Try to reword that, babe. I saw 3 signs. They were shining at me. From windows. Of the town, like stores. He said the stores were by me real close. For the sounding of the traffic, there was a lot of traffic. So they were right in the heart of a city, right? And you said Michigan. It was like, did I get that right? He says there wasn't a lake where I was. And he's saying Lake Michigan. Michigan, I think. I can never be sure about names or numbers, but I'm getting better with the numbers. Can you give me a word that where you were rhymes with? valley down below. That would be what, Idaho? He said, you guessed my telling. Right? You were right about the below, so it's Idaho. Unless there's anything else that run any other state. He says my state was branded Michigan. So it something Michigan that rhymes with below. And that could be totally wrong. I mean, he says we won't have your mind bothered, upset. Because if it does that, you can't hear. He's saying my verbal clues. Okay, baby, thank you. I know, it's like working with the kindergartner, I know. He says I'm not a kindergartner. I was heading for first grade when the fall came, but soon. So it was just before the school year. My counting of the signs on the windows, I remember, was 3. They faced me. He's saying when I looked a little to the left, you could see them. So they're side by side, right? They were close together. I could know that there was more beyond where I could not see. For there are lights trying to find me, so he could see glows from other places. Are you talking about restaurants? No, I wouldn't be. He's saying like a bear. How every booth had lights. And then they were right next to each other, so it was a strip. A strip of town stores. Anything else that you could see, honey? I wanted to see more, but you can see more now, babe. I have gotten you as close as I can. For reasons of you not being sure. But my guiding you with what I did say that you told right. Will be alright. For my being found. For my being found. out by the worker who cared about my mom and me. He's saying her name began with a C or a B. Debbie, he's saying Debbie. It started with a D. And her heels made lights. Her shoes in the back, they lit up. She was always seeing me see her lights. Sometimes she would stand and stomp around for me to see them again more. I gave to her a big hug for her telling me that she would see that me and my mom would meet again. He's saying I was given only a little bit of time for my life, for my living, that lifetime. But because of my mom, to me it was all right. He's all only because of my mom. Was my life there all right? I gotta stop, kid. It's been 48 minutes, and not that you're not worth 40 more, but my heart is hurting. He says I'm binding you with a big hug of my arms, for you're not being sad. He says, don't worry, to my mom, that I'm no longer mad or sad. I only wanted her to see me one more time. I feel sorry for that, for my mom, that didn't happen. I want her to know what the lady did, so that she doesn't cry on her pillow anymore for her not doing right by me. She was right by me, and now I'm right by her. Aww. He says, I will let you go. He says, well, don't be late to the doctors, and that's some kind of a 5-year-old joke, because I don't have a doctor's appointment. I was always told to never be late to the doctors. In case he wouldn't see me if I was late. Okay. He says goodbye. He says, watch for my candy I leave you on a plate. Oh, how cute. I will, baby. He says, thank you for the justice. For my mom not being sad. Alright, that was heavy. Bye, guys.